Hello, this is Dr. Leslie Phillips of afreecardreading.com, and today I have a question from Nancy, and her question is, I want to use my gift as a speaker to empower women. I'd like to know if I should travel to speak or speak through the media and platforms that I am currently using. So the card that I pulled for Nancy is this one. I'll just zoom in so that you can see it. So it looks a little bit like a Celtic brooch. And this card is about unfoldment. It's about allowing things to unfold in their own time. And I'm just going to tune into Nancy's energy, and then I can zoom back out and just address her question. So the two options that Nancy gave were travel to speak to empower women, or continue doing what she's doing now. And to me, Nancy, traveling to speak to empower women doesn't look bright. It doesn't look like it exists. It doesn't look like it's in the cards, so to say. But continuing to do what you do now looks more real. And I feel like telling you a piece of advice that somebody once told me, and it was something like this: don't be in too much of a hurry to get where you're going, because if you rush and you get there early, the people that you were meant to meet might not be there yet. And if you rush yourself and you get there early, you might not be best prepared, and you might make an ass of yourself. And the message there is, it's really about allowing yourself to be exactly where you are right now, and really be in the present moment and respond to what's in the present moment, instead of projecting yourself forward into a future scenario that isn't happening right now. Now, I also, when I'm looking at this, I feel like there's a third option that looks super bright, that isn't one of the two things that you mentioned. And so I just want to look at this third option. And the other thing I want to say is, I really don't feel you have to choose between two things either. I think if you allow things to unfold in their own time, that, you know, everything that you want will come to you and more. And it's not really a choice between these two things. It's about magnetizing opportunities that will allow you to do everything that you want. And it's so funny, because in tuning into you and tuning into this card, I almost can imagine you wearing a brooch like this, and it being a symbol of what we're talking about here, just allowing things to unfold in their own time. But also imagine that it's like a magnetic brooch, and if you focus on what you want to create, so to be a world stage speaker out there empowering women, using your talents and your abilities to inspire and empower women, you know, and if you embody that desire, and if you really, really see yourself doing it really clearly, and if you feel down to your bones exactly like you expect to feel when you're fulfilling this purpose, then what will happen is that will be the energy that you are radiating out to the universe. And the universe can't help itself but to deliver exactly what you're asking for back at your feet, because like attracts like. It's the law of attraction that we've all heard so much about. So, excuse me, Nancy, I hope that that answers your question, and it looks super bright for you to be doing all of those things that you said you would. But for you, it's just about having a little bit of patience and really bringing yourself into the present moment, and not projecting yourself ahead of time into places that haven't come forward yet for you to step into. Alright, so this has been Dr. Leslie Phillips on freecardreading.com, and that was a reading for Nancy. And if you would like to have your own reading done, then please fill out the form on freecardreading.com and send me your question, and I'd be delighted to give you an answer.